Imagine a country so small it could fit completely inside New York's Central Park? 8 times over. A nation with its own army, its own passports, its own currency, and a post office. Yet it takes less than 45 minutes to walk around its entire border. Welcome to Vatican City. At just 0.17 square miles or 108 acres, it is officially the smallest sovereign country in the world, both by landmass and by population. But do not let its size fool you. Inside these towering stone walls lies enough wealth to rival empires, secrets that have been hidden for centuries, and an influence that commands the attention of 1.3 billion people worldwide. Let's look at the sheer mathematics of this micronation. The population of Vatican City hovers around just 800 to 900 people. Nobody is born a citizen of the Vatican. There are no hospitals here to be born in. Citizenship is strictly temporary. You get a passport only if you work for the Holy See, like the Pope, diplomats, or the famous Swiss Guard. Once your job is done, your passport is revoked. And here is a bizarre statistical paradox. Vatican City has one of the highest crime rates per capita in the world. How? Because millions of tourists flood its tiny borders every year, attracting armies of pickpockets. Since the Vatican has no real working prison, offenders are simply marched across the street and handed over to the Italian police. Oh, and if you need some cash while you're there, the Vatican Bank has the only ATMs in the world that give instructions in Latin. So, how did a global superpower end up shrinking to the size of a golf course? For over 1,000 years, the popes ruled a massive chunk of Italy, known as the Papal States. They were kings with massive armies. But in the 1800s, Italy decided to unify. The Italian army marched on Rome, stripped the Pope of his lands, and forced him to retreat behind the Vatican walls. For 60 years, successive popes refused to leave the compound. They called themselves prisoners of the Vatican. The stalemate didn't end until 1929. The Italian government, led by Benito Mussolini, signed the Lateran Treaty. Mussolini gave the Pope complete sovereignty over 108 acres and a massive payout in exchange for peace. With the stroke of a pen, the smallest nation on earth was born. But the real fascination with the Vatican isn't what you can see, it's what you can't. Beneath the cobblestones and marble halls lies the Archivio Apostolico Vaticano, the Vatican Apostolic Archives. Until 2019, it was officially called the Secret Archives. We are talking about 53 miles of underground shelving. To access it, you have to be a carefully vetted scholar, and you can only ask for a specific document. You cannot browse. Inside these vaults are documents that changed the course of history. King Henry VIII's request for an annulment that sparked the Church of England, transcripts of the trial of Galileo, and letters from Mary, Queen of Scots, written just before her execution. Then there are the rumors. Theories claim the archives hold everything from proof of extraterrestrial life to ancient texts that contradict modern religious doctrine. While the Vatican dismisses these as wild myths, the intense secrecy keeps the legends alive. It has no GDP, it doesn't manufacture anything, and it produces no crops. Yet, it operates a global diplomatic network and houses the largest church in the world, St. Peter's Basilica. Vatican City defies every rule of what a country should be. It is a sovereign paradox, a microstate wrapped in a mystery, guarded by men in medieval armor, projecting power across the modern world. The smallest country on Earth casts the longest shadow.